Beautiful. My name's Jason. This is my 80's podcast. You put the boom, boom into my heart. I know what you're thinking. Voice of an angel. Right, this is something different. This is just me wishing each and every one of you an amazing Valentine's Day. So whatever you're doing, whether you're working, whether you're at home, whether you're single, have an amazing day. Don't worry about being single. Just as long as you can love someone and someone else loves you, it doesn't matter whether it's your brother, your sister, your grandma, your granddad, your mum, your dad, whoever, friends, just have an amazing Valentine's Day. Talking about Valentine's Day, can you remember in the 80s, as kids, on Valentine's Day, we used to have like I wasn't saying pillar box, it's not a pillar box. It was like a old-fashioned post box. Some places still have them now. And it used to be homemade in the corner of where all the outside all the classrooms were, and everybody had to put their Valentine's Day, who they like, the name of the person on it, and put them in this box for a week coming up or somewhere, where it was, and then they were distributed to people in their class. I'm not bitter. Absolutely, I'm not bitter. Am I? No, I'm not bitter. Tiny bit. But that's what I used to love about the 80s stuff, because they don't do anything like that now anyway, do they? None of that like at school. Well, unless someone's going to say Jason, they still do that. I can't imagine them still doing that. Not with all these stuff we've got nowadays. But yes, I used to love that. I absolutely, that, as much as I didn't get a card, I love that. And I did get a card. My mum used to send it to me. She thinks I didn't know it was her, but she did. So each and every one of you have an amazing Valentine's Day. Whatever you're doing, be you and be yourself. And why I'm here, I want to thank each and every one of you. So every single person that's listened to my podcast, 500 plays. I know it's probably not massive, but for me, 500 plays. I never thought I would get 5. I didn't think I'd get 5, to be fair. But 500 plays of my podcast, of all the different episodes, absolutely blows my mind. So I want to thank each and every one of you for that, and I really do appreciate it. So if any one of you are listening who follows me, this message is for each and every one of you, to say a big massive thank you. And I've got another part of my podcast coming up soon. I can't tell you what. No, I can tell you. Basically, so when you remember when you was a kid, when you were growing up in the 80s, and you used to sit there in your bedroom singing out all these different lyrics to different songs, blaring them out, and your mum would sit there and shout, "Shut up," or whatever she'd tell you to. Well, my mum said, "Shut up." And you didn't know what, to be honest, none of us really knew what we were singing. We just loved the song and sang it. So I'm going to do a part of a podcast, and I've not got a name for it yet. I need to get a name for it, because I'm actually going to record the first one tomorrow, Thursday, with the amazing Karen Harder, bit of a co-host, bless her. So I'm going to record that with Karen. So basically, we're going to get lyrics, 2 each, and just, you read the lyrics, because some of the lyrics now, when you look back at them, you just think, ooh, how did we not read that into it? And I've got 2, and Karen's going to choose 2, and we're just going to go out there and we're just going to discuss it with each other. So I'm going to read one of mine, she'll read one, and we'll just go through the lyrics and just see how they blow your mind, because they do. The 2 that I've got is, when I was reading it, and I just think, I used to screech that at the top of my voice in my bedroom, and no one, and I can always remember my mum going, tell him, he doesn't know what he's singing, have you heard the words in that song? So it's a bit like that. So we're going to go through them, have a laugh. It will be fun. It would just be reading the lyrics and just thinking, ooh, I never knew it was that. So yeah, so please join us. So that'll go out. So we record that tomorrow. So it'll probably go out. So hopefully that'll go out next week. And a big thank you as well for my 10-10 fast quiz. Absolutely, people love it. People say it's really enjoy doing it. I've had loads of people ask to do it. So fingers crossed, we'll get some more out. But yeah, 10 it is good though, isn't it? 10, I have to be honest, when I do this 10-10 quiz, I have to make sure I panic a little bit, because even though I've got the answers, I have to read it really quick, and hopefully not stumble. But I do. I've got quite a few bloopers that I've saved. But yeah, so I do stumble, so it's great. So 10 questions, 10 minutes and 10 seconds to answer it. Thank every single one of you that have loved it, liked it, followed it, commented, and especially to some of the amazing people that I've had on my podcast while I'm here. I'm going to drone on now. Karen Hardy, Karen, what can I say? You're absolutely, I ask you to do a podcast, or if you can do this and you're there, you are such an amazing woman, an amazing friend as well. And it's just, you know what I mean? I just say, Karen, is there any chance you could do this? And she'll say, yeah. Or if you have to arrange a date, there's no qualms at all with her. And she did it. She's absolutely a star, brilliant human being. Also, Anna, the amazing Anna, who I did some podcasts with, and I did the musical one because I actually really enjoyed the musical one. As much as I enjoy all of them, I absolutely learned a lot on the musical one. I always thought I knew a bit about music. Anna, go watch my podcast with Anna, the musical ones, because I was just in awe of this human being. She just blew my mind. She was absolute. What she don't know about musicals, honestly, she was just brilliant. And I thank you so much for that, Anna, because I absolutely love that podcast. And also, the amazing Wendy. Now, Wendy is, what can I say about Wendy? She is just amazing. She's another lady that I ask if you can do a podcast, and she's there. You know what I mean? It's like, she's just, yeah, I'll do it. She did the 10-10, and it is quite nerve-wracking when you do the 10-10 one, because it's like, what they're going to ask me, and it's quite fast because you do it and you only get like 10 seconds to answer it. And if you've not listened to it, go listen to the 10-10. It's brilliant. So we go through it, and Wendy was just brilliant, and she took it in a stride. She literally absorbed it, loved it, enjoyed it, and was just so much fun. And even if you didn't know it, you know what I mean? It was one of those that you think you know it, but you don't want to say it. So a bit like say what you see. Absolutely brilliant. Thanks ever so much for that, Wendy, and the amazing Kazzie. Kazzie, amazing woman. She's come and done some podcasts with us. I think I'm going to get her on to do the 10-10-10 soon. But yeah, she's done some podcasts with us, and she's just brilliant. I do love Kazzie. She's an amazing human being. And also another big thank you to my sister. Her name's Leonie, but we call her Narna because it was just something when we was growing up. My dad couldn't pronounce. Well, he could pronounce the name. We kept calling her Liana. So I think our family just call her Narna, but her friends and that call her Leonie. And a big thank you to her, because I know that when she came and did the podcast, she was a little bit nervous, even though I'm a brother and you know what I mean, you're chatting, but she really got into it. And she even said to me, it was like you forget that you was on camera, or you forget that you were being recorded. But she was just brilliant. So Narna, star, we need to get you and Rob on to do this 10-10-10. That'll be brilliant, because he knows a bit about stuff, doesn't it, about the 80s. So that'll be absolutely amazing. And Clare and Nicola, two friends I've known for such a long time, and I work with both these girls for the NHS as nurses and healthcares, and just honestly, they get me. They absolutely get me, because my mind fires off in so many different places. It's like I think of something, and then to be honest, I can have 4 conversations with you, and you still be on the first bit. But these get me. They know it, and they did a podcast with me, not knowing what was going to happen. I think Nicola was more scared than anybody else, because she knows what I was like. But I said it wasn't going to be rude, Nicola. It's an 80s podcast. There's no filth. She knows me far too well. And Nicola and Clare is what I describe a real. I shouldn't say this. Clare reminds me of a very camp gay man, and that's meant in an amazing way. That's not meant as negative or horrible. She's just brilliant. Honestly, and she's a lot younger than us, but she knows some stuff about 80s. Her mum brought her up to check out that podcast that I did with Clare and Nicola. That was brilliant. That was fun, and that was just it was brilliant. Please check that out as well. But yeah, so all these people that have been absolutely amazing on my podcast that I've enjoyed doing, and I've had some fun, I've had some chats with them, friends, people that I've met off TikTok like Karen, Wendy, Kazzie, Anna, you know, these are just amazing people. So if anyone out there would like to come and do a podcast chat with me, whether the 10-10-10, whether a normal podcast with me, I'm looking for people to come and do some just to share some of your stuff, because we all, at the end of the day, we all grew up in the 80s, but we all have different perspectives of growing up in the 80s. So it'll be absolutely amazing. So please contact me. Anyhow, 80s Boom Boom, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and let's get you on. So that's me thanking every single person that I've done that's been on my podcast with me, because you have all been absolutely amazing and fun, and I've just loved every minute of it. So yeah, so that's me. So happy Valentine's Day, and thank you each and every one of you for all your support and through this. And to be honest, I didn't think I was going to get many people that would listen. And when I've got like I think it's 502 plays, I'm still looking into what that means. But for me, that's just like, that blows my mind, because I didn't think I'd even get two, if I'm honest. But yeah, so thank you each and every one of you, and thank you listening. Thank you for listening to me. I've gone on a little bit, but I just wanted to get that out and wish everyone a happy Valentine's Day, and and thank everybody that's been on my podcast. You are absolutely amazing. Have a good day, people. Right, you know what? I know I've missed someone. The amazing Lisa Chain. What can I say about this human being? She is just one of the most amazing people ever. She's just, honestly, she's an absolute fighter. She's from Australia. I asked her to do the 80's podcast. To me, thinking, it's Australia. That was fine. She was just a program. We just carried on with it. Absolutely. So we did the 10-10-10. We checked that out. Lisa Chambers. We did the normal. She was just, honestly, nothing's too, with the time difference as well. So yeah, she was just, so Lisa, this is from me to you. So big thank you for coming on. I absolutely appreciate it. And you're one of the most amazing human beings